Well, ladies and Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Clean straight right to the head. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What an awkward ending we had the first time Crawford met Khan, as an accidental shot to the groin caused Khan to retire. Hopefully no controversy here tonight.
Amir Khan is and was one of the fastest fighters I've ever seen. And then for the first time in his whole career, he got in a ring with somebody that was faster than him, sharper than him, threw clusters much better than him. So then he thought, what is going on here? It's a new world. How does he deal with it? Then now he's got to depend on his skills. But he didn't realize that until the fight. So this is why we're doing this all over again. Amir Khan now has to depend on his skills rather than his speed, because he knows Crawford has the speed to put him out.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. As bad as Bob. And there's the bell to start round 2. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter shot. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than have to.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Amir Khan in some real trouble. Amir Khan finally on the canvas. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Khan in that one. On to the third. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do? And he scores with the counter. This This is a high-octane battle. No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's a counter shot. That jab doesn't score. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. The game plan does not seem...
I need you to go back out there.
Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Do you believe this? Just missed with that jab. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense stopping that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Khan in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That hook was off target. Punch, counter punch. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... And we enter the 8th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want the knockout. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice exchange here from both men. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a